echo of these broken walls. Tears hit the ground every time I fall. Pressure on my chest, but I still breathe faith. Learn how to praise when I'm stuck in the.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Listen, you know who it is tonight. It is the one and only Dr. Davis, and you are on the Push Talk Show on tonight. Listen, we are not in our normal place as I am out doing what corporate America, doing what leading women do, making it do what it do. Listen, so tonight, we're still on our Women's History Month, Women Shaping History. So tonight we're going to Women Shaping History with Dr. Davis. I am your guest speaker and your host on tonight. Listen, this is your first time with us. Go ahead and do me a favor and share, and let somebody know that the Push Talk Show is on yet again. We are on a different set, but we are on. So do me a favor. Go ahead and do me a favor and like, tag, and share and let the people know that we are here tonight and we are excited about what we're going to discuss and talk about on tonight. Hope you guys are just excited as I am because I'm definitely excited for this show on tonight. Well, let's go ahead and jump right into it on tonight. Let's go ahead. Listen, all month long, we have been talking about women shaping history. All month long, we've been talking to some phenomenal guests have come and given us their story, given us what's going on in their lives and how they are shaping history. So I think it would just be so profound if we continue with that motto and with that theme for the month, for the last Wednesday of the month. And I wanted to talk about a little bit of shaping history while yet leading. Shaping history while yet leading. I think it's very important that men and women continue to shape the history and yet lead in the spirit of excellency, lead in the spirit of honor, integrity, and leading in a spirit that will, watch this, help others. There has to be trailblazers. And as long as there's trailblazers, there will be people out there that will be designed and called to help others. So are you that person? Are you designed and called to help other people? That's the question of the night. Many people, say they're called, but are you truly called to help somebody stand in their leadership, stand in their grace, stand in their opportunity, stand in their favor, along with stand in what God has called them to stand in? So I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited. I'm going to give you guys some few nuggets on the podcast. We're just going to have a little candid conversation. Make sure you put your comments and questions in the comment section, and I will look at those. And as we go forth on tonight. All right. So, what moment in my life made me realize that I was called to lead and influence others? This is a question that most entrepreneurs, most corporate America, most people that are leading people, we come to that place where we identify, God, okay, I know what you placed inside of me and you've called me to lead. So there's been several moments in my life that I know that I was supposed to lead or supposed to be a set leader. One area that that God is calling you to leadership is when you always find yourself being the voice of understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and being the voice of resource. People will follow you, one, when you learn to follow others. So you have to learn to follow people so people can follow you. What I mean, you have to learn to serve people. If you're okay serving, then you're okay leading. If you're not okay serving, then you can't lead anybody. I'm just being honest, you guys. If you can't serve, then you definitely cannot lead. So you have to understand that you can identify a true leader is by one who serves others. And while yet serving others, you are bringing a solution to the problem. You are the voice that is reasoning. You're the voice that can bring a solution to the set problem. So that is one of the key factors that, hey, I might be called to be a leader. Second key thing, what I always like to call fight or flight. If your back is against the wall with whatever situation, timeline, agenda, whatever it is, and you find yourself not flying away, not fleeing away, but you find yourself finding avenues and resources to get out of that situation or to make that situation better than what it was, people tend to follow your leadership in a time of crisis. You're mostly like called to be a leader. Third of all, you have to be a leader that is not an emotional leader. If you can take things and reason in and rationalize it and discern and get the wisdom and the understanding from it, and not leading from your emotions, then you're pretty much called, you can bet that you're called to be a leader. Okay, so those are three little things that I have identified in other leaders and in myself, that I know that I'm called to lead: patience, serving, back is against the wall, but you have a strategic way of moving, and you're not selfish. You're not A leader is not selfish. You can't be selfish and be a leader. How do I define shaping history in everyday life? I define shaping history everyday life. I don't see the sky as the limit. I see the sky as my starting point. Ah, what are you saying, Dr. V? I see the sky as my starting point. It's not a limit for me. It's where I start. I start above. I don't start in the average. I don't start in the mediocre, because God didn't give me an average anointing. Ha. God didn't give you an average anointing. Ha. So I'm not starting where the world wants to place me. I'm starting where God has already called me. Who was God talking to right there? I'm starting where God has already called me. So the sky isn't the limit. The sky is my starting place. I start there and I go higher. I elevate there. What was there a time you doubted? Was there a time that I doubted my path? Of course, we always doubt. Are we called to be a leader? We always doubt the next thing. We always doubt, at times, what are going on. It's not the doubt that messes us up. It's the time spent on the doubt. Not the doubt, the thoughts of being, is this good enough, or is this going to work? That's not the problem. The problem is how much time we spend entertaining those doubting comments, concerns, agendas. Don't entertain your distraction. Don't entertain your doubt. Because when you entertain your doubt and you entertain your distraction, it becomes your focal point. It becomes a place where you watch this to strategically move from. God did not call you to move from a place of doubt. He called us to move from a place from victory. So if I'm operating victory with a victory mindset, then that's the place that He's calling me from, to operate within. I can't operate in doubt. Doubt would put us, watch this, in the spirit of fear. So therefore, if I operate in doubt, the spirit of fear, now I'm operating out of emotions and not logic. Now I'm operating out of my own agenda of fearfulness instead of what God called me to be. So we have to be very mindful that we are not found in that place being leaders. If we're shaping history and shaping things, then I can't shape history out of a place of fear. I have to shape history out of a place of understanding. Why? Because history shapers are trailblazers. Say it again. History shapers are trailblazers. So if you are shaping history, you are also blazing the trail for other people. So I can't blaze the trail out of fear, because watch this. What happens when you blaze out of fear is the tracks are covered. Come on, because I'm running through and I'm not tearing it down. I'm running through just trying to find my way to the other side. I'm trying to help us somewhere. I'm not tearing down as I go. I mean, I'm not tearing down the trees. I'm not doing the work. I'm just literally surviving. So when I'm in survival mode, my tracks are always covered. But when I'm trailblazing and when I'm going through, I'm cutting down the trees. I'm cutting down trees, the obstacles. I'm cutting down the doubt. I'm cutting down the naysayers. I'm cutting down everything out of my way. I'm cutting it all down because I understand, as a leader, the people that are behind me are following me. So they need to be able to see the path straight and narrow. They need to be able to see the path that I'm going for, the things that I'm doing, without any doubt, without any fear, without any anxiety, without any of those things attached to it. They have to be able to see it for what it is, see the path straight and narrow. All right, we're cruising along. I hope you guys are getting some of these nuggets on tonight, off of this show tonight. Listen, you guys, we're talking about shaping history while leading. What lessons in corporate America have taught me that I feel that every woman should know? First thing I want to say, never take it personal. In corporate America, or any type of career setting, entrepreneurship, corporate America, on the job, the blue collar, whatever, however, if you are leading and looking to lead, never take anything personal. There's always a bottom line. There's always a bottom line. And 90%, maybe 99.9%, your emotions is not the bottom line result that we're trying to get to. So again, your emotions is not the bottom line that we're trying to get to. So never take it personal. Never take it personal. Okay. That's probably one of the biggest things I had to learn being a woman and being a woman of color. Had to learn those things. Never take it personal. People aren't out to get you. People are out to make money. People are out to make revenue. People are out to build and grow their business. You are a key factor of that, but your emotions are not. Your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, your logistics, those are key. Your education, those things are key factors to getting to that point, not your emotions. So don't allow your emotions to talk you out of a place that God has called you to be in. The rooms, the spaces, and opportunities. There's so many boardrooms that I go in that I'm the only woman and the only woman of color. And I'm okay with that. Why? Because I'm coming into those boardrooms, coming into those rooms and those settings with the mindset that I'm here because my knowledge, my wisdom, and by God's grace and favor, not by my emotions. So that's one of the probably one of the top things that people need to hold on to and grab on in the marketplace. It's not personal, it's business. And if you can't separate the two, then you're not called to lead in that arena yet. If you cannot separate the two, I'm saying it again, you're not called to lead in that arena yet. You have to understand the marketplace is there for one reason, it's for revenue. They say the customer's always right. Yes, they are right. But at the end of the day, revenue always talks. Okay. How do you maintain your values and faith in corporate American environments? Well, for me, it's very simple. People that know me in those corporate settings, they know that I'm a woman of faith. So therefore, I conduct myself accordingly. It's not always about shouting it to the rooftop. I'm a believer of Christ. I believe this is what the Bible says. Not always about your character should speak to who you are and who you serve. Your character, how you operate your business, entrepreneurs should speak to who you serve. How you operate in corporate America and blue collar is should watch this articulate who you serve. I don't have to go in waving a banner that I'm a believer of Christ. My character, my conversation, things that I say, my wisdom, things that I give out, and how I serve others in those settings speak to who I serve and what I serve. Amen. So, what advice would I give women that are going into leadership role in a male predominant space? Stop looking at it as a male predominant space. Don't look at that. You have the opportunity. You have been given the opportunity to operate and to work and to flourish in that environment. So sometimes we get caught up looking at the aesthetics instead of looking at why you're there. Do it again. Sometimes we get caught up looking at the aesthetics instead of looking at why I am there. I'm in the room because I'm qualified to be here. I'm in the room because I deserve to be here. I'm in the room because I worked my tail off to be here. So I don't care if there's a room full of men, a room full of women, a room full of dogs or cats. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in the room because I earned my place in this room. So therefore, don't look at it at those aesthetics. Well, I'm the only woman of color, or I'm the only woman, or I'm the only man, or I'm the only person that graduated from this school in this room. None of that matters. Guess what? Why? Because you have arrived to the room. So what matters? Who's in the room? What matters? What color? What nationality? What background? What matters of who's in the room? Guess what? You're in the room. Make it worth your while. Be a sponge and regurgitate what you have learned in that room to other people who may not be able to get in those rooms. And also speak with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge when you get into those rooms. Okay. How does my role as a pastor influence my leadership style in business? I'm a servant. So by me being a servant unto the Lord, I'm a servant there as well. Watch this. There's a difference between being a servant and being served and being ran over. There's those are two separate things. I don't go into those rooms looking to be served. I go into those rooms looking to serve others. Okay. I don't go in a room high and pompous. I'm the executive director of such and such. And so I don't go in that manner. I go in as who I am. I go in and serve what I need to serve, hear what I need to hear, give what I need to give, and move forward. I don't go in high and pompous. Why? Because watch this, I'm already in the room. So what point am I trying to prove? That's T right there. Clock it. Clock, 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 clock it. How do you discern between your own ambitions and your calling? How do I discern between my own ambitions and my calling? Well, they kind of go hand in hand at times, but you have to be careful that your ambition doesn't outweigh your calling. Have to be careful that your ambition doesn't outweigh your calling. Your ambition and calling will a time or two kind of go hand in hand because that's who you are. That's what God has called you to be. So God has called me to be a leader and yet an apostolic voice and yet a prophetic voice into the kingdom of God. So therefore, those voices come with leadership role. Watch this, but it doesn't mean that God has called me to go lead a whole town as a commissioner or mayor. Maybe that may be my heart's desire, but that's not what He called me to do. So my ambition should line up somewhat to my calling. But watch this, the things that I want shouldn't outpace my calling. So again, the things that I want should not outpace my calling. I maybe am ambitious and have everything that I want to go do to be a mayor of Virginia Beach, but I can't go there because that's not my calling. But I'm called to be a leader. So you have to be able to distinguish the two. What do I do spiritually to keep me grounded when things get overwhelming? Well, for me, that's very simple. I just pull back and find myself praying within myself. The Bible says pray without ceasing. So when I see things, when I'm in meetings or in settings and it's getting overwhelming, as my adult children say, overstimulated. When I find myself being overstimulated by something, I'm an introvert half of the time. So I, revert into myself and I begin to discern and pick apart. How did I get here? How did I get to this place right here that I am overwhelmed or I'm overstimulated? How did I get to this place? What is going on around me? What are people doing? Why am I here? And then I begin to see how I got there, and then I learn how not to get there again. And I get a solution to the problem very quickly, very, very quickly. Because an overstimulated leader is very dangerous because now you begin to lead from a place of fatigue, lead from a place of worrisome, doubt, lead from a place of frustration, and sometimes place from anxiety because you're overstimulated. So you have to be able to pick and choose. You have to be able to know when you're overstimulated and what keeps you grounded. What brings you back down? Okay, say, hey, this is too much right now. What brings you down? So you want to be able to identify those measures, and you want to be able to know those things, so you won't find yourself in a place that of being overstimulated, in place of being, watch this, not where you need to be, because you're not grounded, because you're overwhelmed. Listen, hope you guys are enjoying this on tonight and getting those nuggets. Listen, we're gonna go for a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
Vatrice Davis Ministries presents iPush Conference September 2026. Early registration is open now. Get your ticket for $52 until promotion lasts. Need a realtor? See Samaya Best at Navigate Realty. Creative Kids Childcare is currently opening in Spring Lake, NC. Join our Pusher University. Not only do you get behind-the-scenes content, you get time with Dr. Davis via coaching and/or mentorship. Join today at www.bsdministries.com. We have some amazing sponsors. Take advantage of our low sponsor rates, starting at $20 a month. If you want to become spawners, email us at admin@bsdministries.com today. Continue to subscribe and follow the Push Talk Show. Now back to the push.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back from that great commercial. Listen, make sure you go ahead and join the Pushers University on Facebook because we are gearing up for the iPush 2026 conference. You do not want to miss that conference. Phenomenal time. Some heavy hitter speakers and a lot of things that are going on. We're having our first iPush ball. We are recognizing some phenomenal people in the land. They're coming from all over the area and they're being recognized in the first iPush ball. We are donating a scholarship as well as donating proceeds to a charity of our picking. Listen, this is a black tie upscale event. You do not want to miss this. Live band, good food, an award show, and just some good networking, marketing, along with good time, just getting out and serving a cause while yet pushing others towards greatness. So make sure you go to Push University to get the information, and always stop by www.vsdministries.com to purchase your tickets and or leave us a comment. Now back to the show on tonight. Listen, how do I handle burnout? How do I handle protecting my peace and those that natures? Well, before you get to burnout, you have to learn to protect your peace. You should never be burnt out if you're protecting your peace. So how do I do that? I know when to turn it off. I know I wear so many hats. Many of us wear so many hats: entrepreneur, husband, wives, corporate America, children, ministry, all those things, being a mother, being a daughter, all those things. But we have to learn to shut off the hats. Have to learn to say, I need some me time. I need some time to myself. Whatever that looks like for you, that is a way to protect your peace and protect your boundaries. Know when to turn your phones off. Know when to stop answering emails. Know when to say, hey, today is my day of rest. Know when to know those things and put those things in place. Okay, don't just say, oh, I'm doing it on Wednesdays. No, put it in place. This day, I'm not touching my phone. This day, I'm not answering calls. This day, I'm not answering emails. This is my set day, even if it's for 30 minutes, even if it's for 10 minutes, whatever it is, set that so that's your place of boundary and peace. I challenge everybody, a lot of people this often, a lot of people watching have been in this challenge. 5 minutes a day, given to the Lord, quietness. You and the Lord, you say nothing. Just give him 5 minutes of your day and see what all comes to your spirit. That is the most calming and peaceful way of your boundaries. It sets your day. When you do it in the morning, it sets your day for the day. Try it. Give God 5 minutes of your day where you have no phone, you have no nothing, no music, no TV, no nothing. You're just sitting in a chair for 5 minutes, giving that time, honoring the Father, and letting him talk to your spirit, man. And by doing that, he will give you peace. He will show you things that are to come for your business. And you can just be sitting there and you can just be in that intimate moment, in the intimate setting with him. I do that and I love it. I love it. I love it. 5 minutes continue to grow into longer times with him. But try it and see how much peace and see how your boundaries begin to work for you. How do I rebuild confidence after a setback? Being an entrepreneur and being in corporate America, it's realistic, you guys. There's going to be setbacks. There are going to be days and times and seasons where you're like, okay, I've really missed the mark on making this revenue NOI. I've really missed the mark on doing this. And you feel like you not a failure, but you feel like it has become a setback. Well, that's realistic. Any business, any job, there's going to be setbacks. So don't beat yourself up about it. Learn from it. Learn from it. The greatest success comes from failure. The greatest success comes from failure. If you never fail, how do you know what is perfect? How do you know something needs to be perfected if there was not an error along the way? So don't beat yourself up. Just keep moving forward. Keep going. Be resilient. Don't look back on yesterday. Learn from it and keep moving forward. What unique strengths do women bring to leadership? Um, Women bring you unique skill set that I've noticed women to bring in, including myself, is sometimes we have that nurturing, that mothering leadership. Sometimes it could be a benefit. Sometimes it could be not a benefit. You have to learn when to cut it on and cut it off. So you have to sometimes having a mothering and a nurturing benefit in leadership. Sometimes we tend to find ourselves listening with a ear of compassion and empathy rather than always listening with the business ear. Because sometimes every now and then, because remember I told you I don't lead emotions. I don't lead people in emotions. At the end of the bottom line is revenue. But every now and then you have to hear what somebody is not saying. And sometimes it takes that nurturing, that mothering. It takes that ear. Because sometimes you could get what you need in a different format. Okay. So I've seen that to be a strength. How do I support and uplift women in my field in entrepreneurship. You guys, I'm just honest and transparent with every person that I meet, whether man or woman, doesn't really matter to me. I'm very transparent of how I got to where I am in entrepreneurship and in corporate America. I'm very transparent. There is no secret sauce, so to speak. I'm open book. I lay it all out because somebody taught me along the way. Somebody gave me a shot and opportunity. So it's only right that I and I do the same for others. And it's only right that I, give people the heads up in these boardrooms what they're going to be asking for. In entrepreneurship, what things you need to be ready, you need to have. Maybe not have somebody hire hourly, maybe them do them as a W-9 until your business gets to where it can sustain the actual salary. So those things that I just give freely because I feel as though it's needed. I feel as though sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. That means the sky is wide and has a lot of opportunity for everybody. I don't have the crab in the barrel mentality. If my sky is my starting place, you know how big the sky is, everybody has opportunity to be there. So I'm always putting leaders on. I'm always helping people get on to the next level. Anybody who knows me, especially in corporate America. I'm the first person that will take anybody who wants the opportunity and actually help them get the opportunity, open up, help them get through the door. Now, it's not my job to keep you in the door. It's my job to help get you through the door. And once I do that, now the opportunity is yours. Same thing for entrepreneurship. I mentor many, many people in mentorship, in how to become six figures, how to have six figures with their career field or with their business. I mentor many, many people, and I just give them the wisdom and knowledge that I have tried and done, have been successful in. So I definitely love doing that part. If many of you may be watching have been a part of my mentorship program, you can testify or quote unquote put a review out there for it. But God is awesome. God is amazing. I'm not selfish because somebody gave it unto me. Plug. If you want to be mentored to be a part of my mentor program, simply go to www.vsdministries.com and fill out the form, the contact us form, or by all means, find us on social media, inbox us, and somebody will get back to you because for your mentoring, for your mentorship. I do believe every mentor needs a mentor, every coach needs a coach, every person needs somebody. I have my set person, and you should have your set persons or peoples as well. Um, so when it's all said and done, what legacy do I want to leave behind? When it's all said and done, what legacy do I want to leave behind when I retire or when I step away from doing all of this? Is I want to leave the legacy back as she supported me and helped others. I want to make sure doors are open. I want to make sure that I have crossed the line with many six-figure earners, possibly that want to walk in that financial bracket. I want to make sure that when people say, hey, Dr. V was good. She's solid. She helped me get from point A to point B. She opened the door for me and showed me how to walk through the door. She not only taught me, she not only fed me, but she taught me how to fish for myself and for others. I am a firm believer in trailblazing. So I blaze a trail for somebody else to blaze a trail for somebody else to blaze a trail, and we keep going and we keep paying it forward. So that's definitely something I want to leave the legacy upon the earth. And of course, my inheritance and my legacy, my wisdom, my knowledge, my wealth, and unto my children and children to come. I do believe that it's very, very important that you leave all of that here. Um, what does success mean to me compared to 10 years ago? Success means to me compared to 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was learning some things, but you know, at the verge of mastering other things. I'm always a student. We should always be a student. You have never arrived. As long as you have breath in your body, you have never arrived. Always be a sponge. Always be a student. And be okay with reaching out to people. Be okay with saying, hey, whatever you learn, I want to learn too. Be okay with having a mentor. You guys, that is something very, very, very big and very, very huge. If you're trying to get in, go somewhere, if you're trying to up your wealth, up your wisdom, your knowledge, be an author, whatever your thing is, Get a mentor in that field. It's very important that you do, because watch this, they have already conquered that thing. They have already been to that place that you're trying to get to. So find someone that can speak to your destiny, that can speak to your job, speak to your purpose, speak to whatever you're doing. Find that person. One message would I give to women who feel unseen but know she's meant for more? Listen, I think everyone has, man and woman, has felt unseen before. What I would tell you, I felt unseen before in set rooms or certain places. What I tell you is, don't shy down. Don't dummy down who you are. Don't dummy down who you are. Don't dummy down whose you are. Um, Understand that you are seen, because you never would have been called to the room. Understand that you are needed, because if not, you never would have been called to the atmosphere. Understand that what you have is needed. Why? Because if that's the case, you won't be breathing life in your body. So you have to understand that. Stop looking at yourself as unseen. I don't care if they never call on your name in a boardroom. I don't care if they never call on your name in whatever field you're in. It doesn't mean that you're not seen. You're valuable. You're valuable. You're valuable. You're valuable. There's a saying that says, when they don't make the table, they don't have. You can't have a seat at the table. Go get your own table. Well, yes, I partially agree and disagree with that. Why? I agree because that gives you the mindset that you're being overlooked, and sometimes that's not the case. Go back to what I said. Don't be found trying to operate from a place of emotionalism in a corporate American marketplace world. Don't be found there, because sometimes you may not be invited to the table because you're not ready for the table. Doesn't mean you go build your own table. It simply means you're not ready for the table yet, for that environment, for that atmosphere yet. So be a sponge. You will know when you're 100% ready, and you will know if you're being slighted. You will know it out of a doubt, but you can't always feel like you're being slighted. You can always be like, oh, it's woe is me, 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 me. No, 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 no. No, you should always feel like that. So there should come a place, and there should come a time you be able to say, like, okay, I'm in a season of being a sponge. I don't need to go build a table. I don't need to go buy a table. I don't need to do none of that. I need to be a sponge in this setting because of where I'm going. So hope this is helping you guys on tonight. Last question: what is one truth you want I want every listener to walk away with on tonight? One truth I want you to walk away with on tonight is, you got it. You got it. Whatever corporate America, entrepreneurship, blue collar, your 9 to 5, whatever you have been called to do, whatever you feel like in the marketplace, whatever you have put your hands to do, and you know that this is what God has called you to do, you got it. One thing I want to leave with you tonight is, you got it. Other thing is, get a mentor. Get somebody who has been there. Get somebody who has mastered where you're trying to go. It is so important. It's so important. A lot of doors open for me because people have helped me along the way, meaning I have mentors, and those mentors people have seen what has come from that, and those doors are swung open. I didn't have to go knocking. I didn't have to go none of those things. I didn't do any of them. The door swung open and they called me. I didn't have to go looking, no application, or nothing. They called me and said, hey, I've seen you knock out this. How about you doing this? I've seen you doing that. I listen, you guys. If you guys know my background, I am a clinical head. That's where I've been for the last, quote unquote, 15 years. I've been nursing. I've been clinical. Had an opportunity to come from behind the stethoscope, come from behind clinical side, and actually get into an executive role, a regional director role. Like, so many roles have opened up simply because I allowed someone to mentor me. Unknowingly, unknowingly, it just kind of happened. This person moved out of the way, said, hey, I'm leaving. I want you to kind of slide in here and see if you like it. You don't like it, go back doing clinical. Go back to being a nurse. You'll be all right. I mean, it's good as good. Go back that way. If you don't like it, hey, nothing lost, just time. Well, lo and behold, it was something that the Lord had been dealing with me anyway about leading, maybe not in that capacity, but what it did was open up a door. I allowed someone who mentored me, who just took it like, hey, you want, not, you're not type of situation. I see the potential in you. You know that you're called to be a leader. Let's go down this avenue. And I soaked it up like a sponge. A sponge. And now here we are. Here we are. So I say to you, get a mentor. Get a mentor to where you're going and get a mentor. This is a year. I'm going to move a little bit off the podcast. We can go ahead and close it for tonight. But this is a year that a lot of entrepreneurs are coming full circle. You guys are getting to a place of grace. You guys are getting into the place where doors are opening, resources are becoming available. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it personally with what we have going on. We started a brand new family business and it's thriving very well. We're at the point where we're about to franchise. So you have to understand, you need a mentor. You need somebody, and you have to know the season and the timing that you're in. And you have to know business etiquette and business understanding and knowing when to move forward and when to pull back from the season. So all those come into place, but it's good to have a mentor when you're walking those things out. It's good to have faith, good to rely on Jesus and on solely on him when it comes to timing and seasons, but you need a mentor to help you along the way. Amen. So listen, you guys, I hope you guys learned some valuable nuggets on tonight. I hope you guys can take those nuggets and do what you need to do with them. Put them to work, put them to work, put them to work, put them to work, and know that you are called, you are needed, and the marketplace is ready for you. What are you waiting for? It's ready for you, ready for you. So know who you are, know your worth. Get a mentor, y'all. I can't say it enough. Get a mentor that's been where you are trying to go. All right. Listen, you guys, this is Dr. Vatrice Davis. I'm here at the Pushers Table. Listen, I want to shout out Created to Serve Ministries in Spring Lake, North Carolina, 1080 Lillington Highway. If you are in the North Carolina area, the region, coming through, or you simply just have nowhere to go on Sunday, come on over to 1080 Lillington Highway in Spring Lake, North Carolina. As well, stop by Pop's Bargain Deals at 1076 Lillington Highway in Spring Lake, North Carolina. It is a brand new discount store with some amazing products that you find at Walmart, Target, Amazon, Costco, Sam's. Those products are there at a discount rate. Listen, you do not want to miss this opportunity to come on over, hang out with Pops and the family at Pop's Bargain Deal at 1076 Lillington Highway, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You don't want to miss those bargains. You don't want to miss those, from clothes to electronics to food. I mean, everything you can think of is in the store. So come over, 1076 Lillington Highway in Spring Lake, North Carolina. Pop's Bargain Deal. Listen, and if you are an entrepreneur, and this show has really been a blessing to you, this episode on tonight, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go to the website, www.vsdministries.com, and I need you to fill out a contact us portion of that, because there is an opportunity for the entrepreneurs. There's opportunity for you to have your product in Pop's Bargain, have your product on the shelf. If you don't have product to put on the shelf, you can put a business card out there as well. We are wanting to do something different for the entrepreneurs. This is your first door. Open it, go through it. This is your first door. You got to open it and you got to go through it. Open the door, go through the door. Door has been presented to you. I need you to open the door and go through the door. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter where you live in the world. As long as you can get the information to Pop's Bargain, they will reach you, contact you, and put your items in the store or your information in the store. This is an open door. Go through the door, entrepreneurs. So once again, just go to my website, www.vsdministries.com. Fill out a contact us form, put your information in there, your email address, and your phone number and the product that you sell, and yes or no if you're interested in having your product on the shelves at a store. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? How amazing is that? Reports have that Pop's Bargain store has between 200 and 300, between 200 and 400 customers per week. Okay, per week. Come on now. Per week. Your product is literally in somebody's face. 200 and between 200 and 400 people a week, and they're readily able to buy it right then and there instead of going online, purchasing it, being mailed to them, and all those things. Your product is there, or if you have a business card or a business venture endeavor, they can reach out to you right there in real time. So there's a door, entrepreneurs. There's a door. Open the door and go through the door. Listen, this is Dr. Davis. Once again, meet me at the Pushers Table on next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I'll see you at the Pushers Table. Good night.
I know God walking with me, help control my feelings. Ain't no doubt in my mind, he true. Go read Mark, John, and Luke. Even though life get tough sometimes, gotta keep on pushing you through. Don't let nothing stop you. I know.